All right, so we've been asked about Randy Barnes' world record and also asked about Randy Barnes' second best series where he went 23-10, 2 inches under the world record. And so got a couple questions on it, especially because Krauser's getting close to breaking it, and what do we think about it? And so here's a nice little angle, not the best quality, but this is 23-10, and I wanted to point out with Barnes, chest is down here out of the back. You know, he does a good job of shifting over and then getting that long right leg right here to cut to the middle. But one thing I don't particularly like that he did well for him, but I don't think transfers well to younger throwers, is how he sort of like drops that left arm here. It's hard to see. But what ends up happening is I think that sort of leads him to transfer and he gets into his transfer leg a little bit early here. When that left grounds, when that transfer leg grounds, he's forward a little early. And then if you watch, he starts to, right there is his right side, he starts to come up that right sector. He never actually rotates into that left side. And you can sort of see on his reverse how that happens. You know, how he doesn't really sit into that left side because he's up early off that left side. That's where one thing I think that the drugs helped him with that. You know, if Krauser was on drugs, he'd be throwing 79, 78 feet. But this is a aerial view. You can see here, one thing I like is he's grounded in this double support position very well. He gets this super wide right knee here. Weight's starting to get over. And you can really see at this point how his weight shifted over that left side. His foot is actually out here. It looks a little deceiving from the top side, but his foot is actually wide outside that circle. So right's going to ground right about there. Okay, so he does actually also over-rotate just a hair. But this is what I was talking about with that left shoulder. He gets this left shoulder sort of drops and opens a bit, just a little bit, so that when his transfer leg grounds right here, his right side, because he over-rotated, is almost slightly blocked off. And then he jumps off that left early, and the right side doesn't actually sit into that transfer. And that's what leads him to rotate down that right sector. 23-10, second best throw of all time. That's his response. Again, I think it's pretty clear. You know, he got popped twice. There's still always something to learn. I think if you watch his world record throw, he hits a little bit better position at the front. But we also know what drugs can do and what drugs can take away from throwers, and specifically weightlifters. If you just look at Ilya Ilin, it's almost like 80 to 85% is where they would be of their best on the drugs. So if you can think about that, imagine where Krauser would be if he was on the gas. But I think the biggest thing that I like is how he comes out of the back, but if his right came down a little bit sooner, if that right came down just a little bit sooner, and then he would sit and rotate into that left side on the finish. So if you want more information about throwing, about spinning, about the rotational technique, head over throwsuniversity.com. Until next time, guys, peace.